Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. He'll see the West All-Stars and the East All-Stars. And it's the West All-Stars to start out. I'll look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got Mullen. Robinson is out there at Malone. Then there's Drexler. And it's Johnson in at the point. Now here's Drexler. Over Jordan. Nails the baby hook.
First points of the night, and here we go.
Setting the tone early with the first bucket, and we're off.
Outside Pippen to the paint. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Pippen.
And you know, Kevin, they count on him to provide offense, and he knows how to fill it up.
Now Drexler. Pass to Johnson. Barkley grabs the board.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Thomas kicks to Ewing. Inside. Barkley gets the bucket. Barkley's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
On defense, the East All-Stars. Malone misses.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And so here are the West All-Stars. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end, back to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Here's Ewing. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Doherty's checked in for the East. And so he hits both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
That one goes in.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Jordan the pass to Barkley. Pippen kicks to Doherty. Screen by Barkley. Back to Pippen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Mullen. So the West ends up going with the new group. Poked away. Thomas with the steal. And Pippen slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Rodman comes in for Barkley, and Lewis subbed in for Pippen.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now here is Hardaway. Rodman with the block. Lewis, left side. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Doherty. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Thomas against Stockton. Now the pass to Olajuwon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Olajuwon's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so it's the East All-Stars, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Grinding away down low, man, just filing them down. Love the bully ball method. Paying off well.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, Worthy out there with Olajuwon. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Stockton. And it's Marley in at the small forward position. Another shot. Worthy, the pass to Stockton. Back to Worthy. And the dunk by Worthy.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Thomas against Stockton. Thomas down low. Worthy pulls it in. Olajuwon in the high post. He's against Ewing. Marley. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Pippen. Jordan inside. Guarded by Hardaway. Jordan's shot is off.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Ewing inside. He's against Olajuwon. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Rodman, he's checked in for Barkley. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Tumbo, he's checked in for Marley. Here's West now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Olajuwon. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
The East All-Stars have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Malone's checked in for Olajuwon. Mullen comes in for Worthy. Drexler, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Johnson in for Stockton. Johnson goes in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Here's Jordan. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Johnson draws the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So here are the West All-Stars. He kicks it to Malone. Second chance shot. Rodman with the block. Here's Ewing. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
That one is off. And the East with some changes. Barkley, he's checked in for Pippen. Dumars comes in for Jordan. And it's Price in for Thomas. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Robinson's checked in. Here's Johnson. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Dumars kicks to Rodman. Back to Dumars. Down low. It's stolen by Mullen. Here's Malone. And it's slammed in by Malone.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Price, the pass to Dumars. And he comes up with the deuce. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. To the middle. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And the basket good by Barkley. Here's Johnson. 9 points in the game so far. Price with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. Outside Dumars. Back to Barkley. He gets it up. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The East All-Stars up on top, leading by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half, the East All-Stars find themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They've got a 3-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the West All-Stars.
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak Butterfinger sauce, weak sauce, period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 3-point lead. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the East All-Stars. Pippen is out there with Barkley. Then it's Ewing. Then it's Jordan. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. Johnson kicks to Malone. Shoots over Barkley. Malone, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Thomas. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
There's a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
Here's Johnson, and Ewing sends it back.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Drexler against Jordan. Out of bounds. It'll be the West All-Stars ball. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Johnson kicks to Malone. A baseline J off the left rim and out.
You know, sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
So for the West, that's also good. So he hits both free throws. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And some changes here for the East. Doherty's checked in for Ewing. Willis comes in for Barkley. And it's Price in for Thomas. Stockton against Price. Stockton passes to Olajuwon. That one falls. Olajuwon's got his second bucket of the night.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Price against Stockton. Price dishes to Doherty. A 3-ball. Tumbo grabs the board. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To the inside. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Price. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Stockton kicks to Olajuwon, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Olajuwon's got 6.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside Pippen. There's a screen by Willis. Pippen against Marley. And it's Pippen missing.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Price, right side. Pass to Doherty. Back to Price. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Price has got the lead up to 10 now for the East All-Stars. Passes to Olajuwon. Mutombo sets a screen. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Doherty, the screen. Hip it. Tumbo grabs the board. And here's the West with the ball. Here's Stockton. Softly drops in the floater.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
It's Jordan on the wing. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. Shoots from 12. He squares up and sinks it. And here's Stockton. Tipped away. Kicks it to Marley. Again, the West All-Stars.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
That will count. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And so it's the East All-Stars with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. On the floor for the West All-Stars, they've got Malone. Johnson is out there with Drexler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Mullen in at the 3 spot. Here's Robinson, again the West All-Stars.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 6. Drexler kicks to Mullen. Now, here's Dumas. Drexler with the defensive effort. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Dumars. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
The feed to Ewing, and then Ewing with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And Thomas, here we go. It's Ewing that time on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. On the basket by Ewing.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
Barkley grabs the board.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're down by 11. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Malone. Pippen kicks to Jordan. To the paint. Makes it off the glass.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Pass to Rodman. Outside Pippen. Barkley with it. The dish now to Rodman. Shot clock at 6, and Jordan has it in the corner. Over Johnson. He can't get that one to fall. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Mullen against Rodman. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
You know, can't afford these kinds of mistakes right now, Greg. It's as simple as that. They're making it hard on themselves.
So the West ends up going with the new group. Fader on the way. Tumbo grabs the board. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Five-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Hornacek passes to Hardaway. They double him with Jordan. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Pippen dishes to Jordan. Unloads from 13. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Olajuwon. Deflects the pass. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.